Hey folks, Brad Durick here. Say, it's the middle of March, and I gotta tell you, the fishing bug has bit. I am so ready to get out on the river and chase some catfish, and I can definitely tell it's time. Supplies are showing up. We're getting our new stuff. I've been down in my fishing room for a couple days now, tying snells, getting rods and reels ready, and that's generally the time that the bug bites me, and it's game on. Um, some changes of events. We were expected to have some flooding after the early winter we had, and we already had our flood. It flooded right underneath the ice, and there's really nothing on the upstream side for runoff, so it looks like we're going to get another early start like last year. River's falling right now as we speak. Of course, it'll come up again with a little bit of runoff, but all signs are pointing to another low water year with an early start, so we're slated right now to start on the 8th, but last fall I talked about the job of being a guide and some of the stuff that people don't really think about. So now that I'm sitting down here in the fish room, I thought I'd give you a little tour of kind of some of the things that have been going on the past few days and a few things that will also be going on here over the next month and a half as we get ready to start out our season. As you can see, my table, I've been tying snells like a crazy man. Um, I'm a big believer in buy in bulk and tie a lot up in advance. I'll try to be done with about probably half of the snells I need, at least to get me to 4th of July by the time I'm ready to roll. And then I've already got a new tackle box set up for the year. I've downsized a little bit, so it's definitely going to be a little easier to get stuff out and get what I need. It's kind of funny, the more years you do this, the less you find you need at any given time. As long as I got a toolbox and the basics in the boat, I'm set to go. Extra t-shirts, mailing supplies, you got to sell books. As you can see, I've got the new Rip and Lips rods all ready to go. Using some Abu Garcia reels this year. Some catfish specials, gonna be just dynamite gear. My catch-all corner. More Rip and Lips rods. You got to have spares when you're guiding. I don't have time to run to a store or order more when the time comes. So I want to, if I break a rod or something happens, which by the way has not happened since I've been using Rip and Lips, I don't have to go. Of course, I keep a couple extra bait buckets, a couple frayable nets around. Hooks, bait knives, whatever I might need, I can zip down to this shelf. I can probably find it. Got extra tackle boxes. If you ever wonder where your books come from when you order them, they come from right there on that shelf. And then, of course, I've got some office supplies, but nobody cares about office supplies. Here we got a pretty big stack of Big Frig coolers. Now, some of these are mine, some of these are going to be bait coolers and coolers we need for trips and extended stuff. These top two are 15th place in this year's Shields Boundary Battle Tournament. They're 45 quart coolers. A partner and both partners of the team will actually get these. So it's definitely a pile of Big Frigs, and they are awesome coolers, let me tell you. So they're not all mine, don't worry. Of course, what would a fishing room be without the highlight pictures from the past few years hanging up on the wall? We do this every year, except for this year was the first year we didn't, where we get some highlight photos for the sport shows and such, show them what we can do up here on the Red River. So that's kind of the gist of what we're doing here in the off season. There's a lot more goes into it than just fishing. So there you have it. That's my fishing room. That's where I keep my supplies. We're still waiting on a few things. We're upgrading to the new Helix 10 G2N from Humminbird this year in the boat. As soon as that shows up, we'll get that installed in the boat and try some new AutoChart Live, see what that mega imaging can do. All signs are pointing to just amazingness. Also, we're adding some fun toys from Minn Kota. We're going to try to speed up our efficiencies in some situations. So we got a big year planned. Like I said, we start May 8th. Some of the early part of the season weekends are starting to fill up, but we got tons and tons of available times. So it's shaping up to be another heck of a year. So if you want to get in, head to my website, redrivercatfish.com.